Sap, we got another big weekend of football going on here. Couple of things we wanted to get into. Um, Me and you were texting earlier about how our favorite team, the Vols, is going to give you a stroke before basketball season, and I said I'm right there with you. So I figured we would just start talking about that. What are your thoughts on Tennessee's win?
Um, I mean, we got to tackle people. That's my thought on the win.
Yes.
Lo and
Yeah.
behold, in overtime, we did the same thing that Georgia did to us and broke off a massive run to pretty much score. So,
Yeah.
probably the longest run of the day for us, to be honest with you.
I think it was. Yeah.
My boy Star was not getting it done today. They
No,
kept
they
corralling
were.
him.
Yeah.
He had a rough go
I,
of it.
I give Mississippi State credit, which we knew, me and you had talked about. We knew it was going to be tough going in there. Any game on the road in the SEC is going to be tough.
Yeah,
But we knew that that environment, especially now that they were 4-0 at
four
the
and zero. Yeah.
time, and so they're hyped. They ain't been 4-0 in several years, probably since Mullen was there. So
Well, since Dak
they were
Prescott
pretty
was their
excited.
quarterback.
But any win on the road is a good win in the SEC, is what they say. I would push back on that. I don't 100% agree with that, but everything you said was true. Defense, it's it's tough to want to blame the defense for or point and say the defense was having a rough day when they scored two touchdowns.
Yeah,
Um, and also had 5 or 6 sacks. But here's the thing, and this is the thing with and you said it last week about Tim Banks. Here's my issue in a nutshell. Okay, getting 6 sacks is great. Sacking the quarterback for 7 yard loss is fantastic, but it means nothing if we're going to let them convert a third and long, a fourth and long, whatever. So that's always my issue. It's not even bend but don't break. It's make you think that they're stout until you're not. But I say all that to say this: it's not close if we just make some catches on offense. Like
yeah,
receivers were dropping balls, running backs are dropping balls. Kitzelman had two, albeit high, but still catchable balls bounce off his hands. Outside of Brazel,
both of those were for
everybody
picks
else
too.
was yes, yes.
Yeah,
Um, Outside of Brazel, the receivers, backs, and everybody included sucked today. Um, Time management at the end, maybe he wasn't trying to get down there for a kick, but you also just can't let 20 seconds run off when you're on that side of the field.
yeah,
Um, and you had 3 timeouts when the drive started. So
yeah. You had all
um,
your timeouts. Like I just, you know, but
just, and
water under the
you
bridge. You
run
won
the
the game.
ball. Yeah, you run the ball there to see. I didn't mind that they ran the ball
No, no,
because
no.
you want to see if you can catch them off guard.
Yeah,
So I get it, but it's just the lack of urgency and the lack of using timeouts is what I'd say. But like you said, water on the bridge. All things considered, since Heupel's been there, he every year has a bad road loss,
yeah.
and I thought
I thought that was going to
halfway
be
through
it.
today, I thought it was going to be it.
And we can't
Um,
have our bad road loss now because we still got to go to Florida.
Maybe we'll just have the bad one at Tuscaloosa. Maybe that's what it'll be.
Maybe.
Um,
I
but
don't think losing at Tuscaloosa is a bad loss, but
I mean, depends on how you look when you lose.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, that's true.
um, but because like I always tell back in 22, I'm at Neyland. I finally get out of the stadium. I walk far enough to where I can get a little bit of service. I call my dad. My dad I'm like, yeah, we finally beat Bama. He goes, yeah, but only by three, son. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Only by three? You beat
Yeah,
Alabama by 1 or 100, you're happy.
yeah.
Now you only beat Vandy by one. I'm not happy.
I
But
might be happy
you
this
know,
year. Vandy's
that,
ranked. They're built different. Which me and you kind of talked about this. I think the other day. I don't know if maybe me and Coach Sullivan talked about this because I did not know this. But Vandy still does not have an ACT requirement since COVID. So it's just a
okay,
wonder how their football team got so good all of a sudden.
yeah,
Our person at school that does the scholarship stuff, they were in my
hmm
class working on all that stuff, and one of the kids was saying they was putting into Vandy, and I was like, I was like, you guys said you scored high enough on the ACT, and she's like, that's not a requirement anymore. You can submit it if you want to, but as long as you got a 4.0, like they'll look at you and see. So I was like,
Oh wow.
Then I
Well, that's
started
funny because
put two and two together.
I actually did a recommendation for one of our kids today for Vanderbilt. So that, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, speaking of
Well,
Vandy, a Marion County player, he was there on a visit today. So good
oh,
for
okay.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
His mom I used to coach against his mom. She's from Grundy County.
Okay.
Yeah. She coached Sequatchie County. She coached at Grundy County and Marion County actually, but she's great. She's one of my longtime coaching buddies that I have, and just that's cool that they went on a visit to Vandy today.
Yeah. Well, my wife asked me when she seen the score today where they won and improved to 5-0. She said, "Are we worried about Vandy?" And you might clip this and pull it back later if it bites me in the butt. But death, taxes, and beating Vandy, I ain't worried about it. It's the last game of the season. They got to come to Neyland. I ain't worried about it.
I'm worried about it, but I'm worried about every game. So
Pavia might not make it to the end of the season 100%. I'm not saying he's not going to play. I'm just saying, like last year, he was not 100% when we played him.
yeah,
It's going to be loud. It's going to be, because he's ran his mouth all summer. So I ain't worried about it. Real quick before we move on, I know Georgia and Alabama's playing. And my daughter asked me today. She said, "Who do you hope wins?" And I say this every time. I said, "I'm rooting for that meteor to come through the atmosphere and hit the stadium because I don't give a darn about either one of those teams. I don't care if either one wins. It does mean nothing. Any Tennessee fan, because I see this all the time, they're like, well, we want so and so to win because it helps us out. Look, let me tell you something. It helps us none. Okay. Now we get to the end of the season and the SEC championship situation where if one of them loses, that gets us in, maybe. But right now, doesn't matter. Win your games, play your games.
but what about the
I
civilians?
don't care. Hey, they made their choice of being Georgia or Alabama fans. Um, so, uh, have you ever? Okay, let me ask you this: we get to the national championship at the end of the year,
Yeah,
and say it's Alabama and Penn State. Who you rooting for?
Penn State.
Okay, Alabama, Ohio State.
I'm just not watching the game probably.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Meteor again. But my point is, these people who are like, "Oh, I got to root for the SEC." No, no, you don't. There's an old saying that rooting for Alabama is like rooting for the devil just because he's in the Bible. No, we ain't vote. I will never root for Alabama. I will never root for Georgia. I'll never root for Florida. Pavia has made it to where I'll never root for Vanderbilt. And Drinkowitz over there at Mizzou, I don't like him, so I don't root for Missouri. But pretty much anybody else can get in that national championship, and I'll root for them. I will never root for Alabama, Florida, or Georgia. Ain't gonna happen. I'm not that guy.
That reminds me of Nick Saban this morning on game day when he said he's talking about Nico and he's talking about UCLA. He said,
Yeah.
Nico, I never really liked you when he was at Tennessee, but I like you a whole lot now. Like, because that was his like
Yeah,
super
that's
dog
right.
pick or whatever.
His super dog.
Yeah.
I think they lost, didn't they? They were down pretty
I don't know. I
significantly to
didn't.
Northwestern.
I've not looked. If you lose to Northwestern, that's like losing. That's like losing to Vandy 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Because
they were
Northwestern's
they
another
were
one of those
down to
academic schools that's tough to recruit for.
well, they were doing pretty good there for a while when they had what was it Fitzgerald something.
Something like that.
He
Yeah.
had played there, yeah, and then they had the whole like hazing scandal or something like that, and he got fired, and they went down since then. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll never root for any of them jokers.
I got
That's
one more. I got one more thing to say about the Tennessee game, and this is hilarious.
yeah, okay,
So I'm sitting here at my desk watching where I watch the Tennessee games every Saturday at my computer, and Mira's in here watching it with me. She's wanting to go outside and shoot basketball, and usually, me being a basketball guy, anytime she has to go play basketball, we're going. But I'm like, hey, game's on. It's fourth quarter. Chillax. We'll go as soon as the game's over with. And she's like, is it over yet? Is it over yet? Is it over yet? Like, literally every time it goes to commercial. I'm like, no. And then she's like, why are they redoing it? She's 6, so she don't know anything about football,
Yeah.
really. And I was like, it's just another, it's a conversion or whatever. And then like we scored in overtime there, and I'm like hooping and hollering and clapping and jumping up and down. And she's like, we won. I was like, no, we did not. It is not over with yet. Like we've got to stop them. She's like, we? I said, yes. Okay, Tennessee's got to stop. Because she still has no concept of any of that stuff. So anyways, then we stop them, and then it shows Heupel. And she immediately saw the cops. She's like, oh, is that guy getting arrested? And I said, no, but if he'd lost his football game, he might have got arrested. And then she was like, oh, is the other coach going to get arrested? And I was like, no. I was like, they're there for security. That is just, she's like, oh, okay. But that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Is he going to get arrested? Is he getting arrested?
Yeah. Did you see that field storm last night?
Oh, yeah. I also saw the memorial service for Squirrel White that's from Virginia fans had posted. And I was like, that's a little too far.
That was the fastest.
Well, there's no barrier there.
Now, granted, there's no barrier, and they had already creeped up 20 minutes prior because, just like in basketball, too, the last 2 minutes can take 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So they had been standing there for 20 minutes just waiting to go. But, yes, as soon as that ball hit and they waved incomplete, they were there. It was crazy.
Wild.
Something cool that happened yesterday. A buddy of ours at Grundy County, the Fighting T Browns, for the first time ever hit 6-0, and our friend T Brown was on the call. 5-0. I'm sorry. You're right. 5-0, and then they got to play Monterey this week, so I might be counting their chickens for them. But no, I think so. And so our good buddy T Brown. Knows more. He would tell you he's a baseball guy, knows more about baseball. He did our basketball for us at our school, but now he's there. And so he did his first ever football game last night, first football game call. Did an excellent job. I listened to the second half. Did an excellent job. So I think I'm going to try to go to Monterey Friday night and watch that game and see if I can catch up with old T Brown. And but yeah, good for them. He had told us, I don't know much about Grundy. He had told us the previous years when he was working with us that traditionally they've not been the best. And so now all of a sudden he's back working there. And so I texted him and I was like, are you the good luck charm? And he's like, man, it's been wild. They did a little game day, situation where they pulled a trailer in the parking lot there at the school, and they did a headgear pick and all this, so they're having a big time with it. But
well, that's cool.
Congrats to them on that. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's sweet. Yeah, I mean, I think like in the last 3 years, I don't know if they've had, if they win Monterey 6 wins combined. Mm-hmm. And they had 4 last year, and then 2 the year before that. So in the last 2 years, I mean, they've been. They also in a tough region. Tougher. I mean, they're still in a tough region, but that win against York surprised me because York's 0-6, but they're they took Bledsoe to the wire the week before the week prior.
Right.
Down there. So, I mean, Grundy's a big surprise because I mean that Grundy Bledsoe game might be pretty good. All things considered, because if you just look at scores from York and at York at the common opponents there, that's intriguing.
Yeah. It sounded like I said, I only listened to the second half. Sounded like York had some turnover issues. But it sounds like that coach has gotten in there and he's really pushed like strength and conditioning as well.
Yeah.
To help, toughen the boys out. So props to them. So
well, I think one of the biggest reasons for all that too, which we've talked about this 100 times before, is that we don't have a boys high school football team. So a lot of our kids don't even care, don't even watch football. So they've never even, that first game we played, our little freshman running back, she's like, where do I run to? And I was like, honey, you just run until they blow the whistle. Well, that's not what I said at first. Going. I said, you're trying to get a first down. I said, where's that at? I said, every 20 yards. So and they had little cones up the sideline. And the ones every 20 yards was different colors. So you're trying to run that cone. She's like, well, what if I get there? I said, then you'll try to go score a touchdown. She's like, where's that at? I said, at the end of the field. Okay, where the pylon is. What's a pylon?
Yeah.
So that orange thing sticking up.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
It's
just I said,
just
and
run
then I said, just
until we blow a
run.
whistle
Yeah,
or we yell.
yeah. I said, just run until you hear a whistle blow. And
Yeah,
so, you know, you get funny stories like that from it. Uh,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean,
I was telling my wife today one about I was telling somebody about setting the edge.
oh
And
gosh.
so I'm like, set the edge, and they're like, what does this mean? And I'm like, okay,
Apparently, Tim Banks don't know what that is
it,
either.
that's a fact. Didn't you say he was going to get a head coaching job because he was
He
so
will.
great
He
last week?
will. He is a great coordinator. I was just throwing that out there for you.
Oh my goodness, I could have if oh yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I just I found that it's easier to as best you can explain it in basketball terms because they understand that better.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's because
so
they got such a heck of a coach.
well, here we go. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Apparently the Tim Banks of basketball
Oh,
coaches, since
okay.
he's so, he's so fantastic. Um, but yeah, we did that this week, so I've tentatively got our schedule done and typed out on Canva and all that good stuff. But I'm holding because we've got one other team, one other school that is assigned to our district. We're just waiting to see if they actually join in, and then also waiting for your homeschool to see because they're going to do their tryouts, and if she gets enough for uh, JV, we're going to schedule another game with them so we can get some more JV action. So, but everything's done pretty much except for that. Also
Don't call it my home
tomorrow,
school. You can call it my alma mater, but
oh,
not my home
alma
school.
mater. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
where I'm at home, son.
yeah, your alma mater. Um, Tomorrow I'll be going to not only look at potential flag football uniforms, but I'm also going to look at potential practice jerseys for you. So I'm just wearing all kinds of hats these days. The other day I was with the boys basketball team while they're getting their workouts in. Now I'm helping girls basketball look at uniforms. I'm just wearing a lot of hats these days.
That's right. Have I told you what happened with Nike?
No.
Okay. So the girls wanted these Sabrina threes or whatever. That have I showed you the shoes?
Yes, you did show
Yeah.
me the
Okay.
shoes.
So I ordered them. They wanted them. I was able to get all their sizes. I ordered them, and then so
All but one, right?
no, I got them all. I had to order one from Dick's Sporting Goods instead of
Okay,
from
yeah,
Nike, but
that's right.
I got them all
Yeah.
ordered. So, I get my email saying, hey, they're gonna a package. A part of my order is going to be delivered. I'm like, okay, great. I get home. It was raining all that day. UPS worker put a bag over it, so nothing in there was wet. It was fine. But set the box down, and I open it, and there's supposed to be 5 pairs in there. Well, there's 3 pairs. It's like, okay, well, somebody messed up. And then I get to noticing that all 3 of the boxes are different. And I'm like, this is weird. So the first pair of shoes I grab is a pair of Nike Vapor Elite cleats, size 13s. And I'm like, okay, this is all right. Then the next pair is a six youth pair of Jordans. And I'm like, all right. And then the last pair is like a size 7 women's Air Force Ones in mink brown. Listen, they all look good. They're all good looking shoes, but like none of them are what I ordered. Like you couldn't get one correct shoe that I ordered in there. So I'm assuming what happened is that they put the wrong shipping label on the wrong box.
Yeah,
Is what I'm assuming happened. But also, like who ordered those shoes? Like some dad ordered some cleats for his soccer league that he plays in, and then bought a pair of Jordans. Like those are just all of them different sizes. Like it's just a random combination of stuff. So I don't know what happened. But those are supposed to come from the Nike warehouse in Memphis is where those ship from. So I don't know, but I'm assuming somebody put the wrong label down on something. So then I have to call Nike. So this is why I don't like this. I knew something was going to happen the moment that I personally ordered the shoes instead of going through somebody else. But anyways, so I called Nike, and even the guy on the phone, his name was oh my gosh, it was an Italian name. It wasn't Luigi, but something like that.
Roberto.
It wasn't Roberto. It started with an L. Louis.
Oh,
It was Louis. That's what it was. So
okay.
French, I guess, not Italian. And he was even like dumbfounded. He's like, "What happened again?" So I explained it. I explained it to him again, and he's like, "Well, since the order was over $700, like I'm gonna have to refer you to our elite sales team." And I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." He's like, "They'll email you, and he's like, that's all I can help. Is there anything else I can help you with?" It's like, "No, that's it, I guess." But they were great. I mean, they emailed me pretty quick after, and I just had to send them pictures of what I received. And then they emailed me back and said, "Hey, we created a new order for you of what you ordered, and sent me a return label to ship those back." So, I guess part 2 will happen in a week or so when we figure out if those shoes ever arrive or not. I did get the pair from Dick's though, so
Yeah.
that's a plus. I got them, and they look.
So you got one pair.
So I got one pair of the 16
out of 16.
One
Yeah,
pair
yeah.
out of 16 so far. So
That's wild.
yeah, it's mistakes happen. People mess up, but you'd think that, but there wasn't no packing slip in it or anything either. So you'd think that they would be like checking the shoes before they tape it, make sure that this is the right thing. But stuff happens.
Yeah.
Everybody messes up. Stuff happens. So, but that was an exciting little phone call there. But yeah, I was still
Well, I'm glad
just like,
Louis was able to help you out.
yeah,
there.
shout out Louis.
Shout out Louis. Yeah.
He's the real MVP there, helping me out. Like it's so weird too. Like when you call Nike, it's like all of our athletes are currently on the phone. Like, brother, these fools ain't athletes. They just work for Nike. What are you talking about?
On the phone.
They might have been athletes at one time. I mean, are they doing the 40-yard dash to answer the phone? They jumping hurdles to answer the phone. So look at these things. I mean, do these look like basketball shoes?
No, they're a nice looking cleat.
I mean,
but-
fantastic looking cleats. Got those nice bevels on them and stuff. Maybe I need to keep. Maybe I need. I mean, these are my size. Maybe I keep them for flag football practice.
Yeah, or
So
when
then
you're attempting your field goal.
Yeah, I mean they thought I torched them last year at practice. Let me get some cleats on, and I'll really torch them. And then here's the Jordans. I figured since we was on the topic of it and they're sitting right here, I might as well just show them off. I mean, those are fire.
I am. They are. Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Jordans.
Yeah, those look. I mean, those are sweet. Now
yeah.
these Air Forces are about my favorite. Like I'm for real thinking about buying me a pair of them. Because I wear Air Forces for coaching. Those are my coaching shoes. So when I wear when I wear my pressed khakis, I got to wear those white Air Forces. But these right here, and then I've got those. What are those other ones called? My boot looking Nike shoes that I got. But the mid court vision. Those are what those are. Those are sleek. But look at these things.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those.
You don't like those? Oh, dude, those look so nice with some. Those would look so nice with some khakis. Man,
Yeah, but how would they be? You got you got feet problem. How would they be for the feet?
they'd be all right.
They'd be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I wear usually when I wear my Forces for game day, I wear them all day. Now, my feet are hurting the next day, but
Yeah.
my wife bought me some nice little loafers to wear for ball games.
Oh, yeah, because
So
you got to dress up a little bit.
yeah, so I got me a little nice set of loafers.
There was a team y'all played last year, and their coach was she was female, and she came in and she was wearing this. She was looking sharp, she was wearing this really nice pantsuit with a blazer, but she had a pair of J's that had been converted into heels, and I was like,
Oh, I think she coaches for your favorite school.
"Oh, is that right?
I think so.
Oh wow, yeah, she I was like, she wins the drip test today because she had them J's that were converted into heels. So
Yeah, well, I had to get me some. I had to get me some new dress shoes for when I wear my khakis because Emma made fun of my little booties I wore. So
pretty much.
yeah, I mean we just 6:30 in the morning
Practicing,
scrimmaging,
yeah.
not practicing. Can't
Yeah.
practice. That's illegal.
right, yeah.
Open gyms.
Open
I
gym.
sit
that's
there and
right.
play music for an hour. That's all I do.
Right.
So
Yeah.
but they were super excited
and
to.
chase your little one around, right?
Yeah, chase her around. They were super excited to scrimmage though, because we've been We've been lifting for five straight weeks for the most part. So I sent him a message in the group chat. I said, "Hey, 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. This was Monday. This was Monday. So bring your
Yeah.
basketball shoes because some of them just wear whatever to go in the weight room with. So bring your basketball shoes."
Yeah.
And one of our kids was like, "Are conditioning?" Question mark. And I said, "I don't know. You have to show up to find out." So and it's like being mysterious. You can imagine the one that said that. And
Oh yeah.
and I was like, maybe, maybe not. So but we
Yeah.
scrimmaged all week. So they were
Yeah.
excited to do that. Had
Yeah.
perfect
They like
attendance
to
on
just
Wednesday, so that
play.
was good.
Yeah. Yeah. They got ACT Tuesday, so you won't have it. You won't know open gym on Tuesday,
Yeah, well, I'm not working
right?
that day, so
Oh yeah. Yeah, ACT day. So, coaches, well, specifically SEC, that you think will be gone or fired by the end of the season, and then I want to compare. I've written mine down, but
well, that's
I'm
not
putting you on
fair.
the spot
I've
here.
not written mine down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I've put you on the
I
spot
couldn't even find a
here.
pen.
So
Here's a pencil. Got my Lee
I just
Corso
want to see.
pencil here.
Yeah, I just want to see where you're at, on what you think.
Okay. Sam Pittman,
Hmm.
um, Billy Napier,
Yep.
um, end of list.
End of list. Okay. So you hit the first two that I had, Pittman and Napier. Now, us Vol fans, we have Arkansas revenge game in 2 weeks. We got to buy this next week, and then Arkansas at Neyland. Um, I don't think Sam Pittman's the coach. Then I think he's gone.
You think so? You
But
think
in
he's
2 weeks, I think so.
Who does Arkansas play
Um,
this
I
coming week?
I do not know.
You think he's fired you think
Um,
he's fired after the Notre Dame game? Like, you think he's like gone this
yeah,
week?
that was yeah, that was bad. That was real bad. This
Who
today.
who 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 thinks they're competing with? Who thinks they're supposed to compete with Notre Dame? They just lost
I
to Memphis. Like, who thinks they're going to compete with Notre Dame?
Yeah, I don't think it's about, oh, you should compete with Notre Dame, you should compete with Georgia. It's like the loss in and of itself is not the shocking part. It's just how bad and they just lackluster they look, specifically on defense.
So do you think Bobby's
Um,
sabotaging so he can be the head coach again?
I've read that, but
Oh,
I don't. I
have you?
mean,
I
who
haven't read
knows?
that. I just made that up, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I've
He's
read
he's
that,
pulling a
but I
little
mean, who
Beastie Boys
knows?
action. To
Yeah, I heard he's
sabotage.
consolidating power, dealing with the power brokers there in
Yeah,
Arkansas, which is probably just the people who own Walmart.
and
But
Tyson. He just got
yeah,
to call
Tyson and
just
Walmart.
call Walmart and Tyson. Hey, this guy out of
Yeah,
here.
that's it.
I don't even own a
But,
motorcycle anymore.
yeah, and you can tell on uh, you can tell it on his face. He had a presser afterwards. He's like, "Oh, I understand the fans be mad. I'm mad too. I'm mad at myself right now." Well, yeah, that's you're pretty much done.
Yeah,
Napier, we already know. I'm going with a third one. And I'm gonna say Stoops. I'm still holding on to that one. Now, I'm not saying fired. I'm saying gone or fired.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but also, I think there's going to be one more. Now, I'm not. I didn't write down dead on who I think it'll be, but I have a couple of options here.
Okay.
Kiffin leaving Ole Miss to go to Florida. What happens at Auburn with Hugh Freeze?
What Hugh Freeze just in year two, right?
I think this is three.
You think it's three? Okay.
I think it's three. Now, I don't think he should, but Auburn has shown that
Yeah.
they have like no patience. And I really don't understand where they get their, no offense, Joey, but I don't understand where the Auburn fans get their like arrogance to where, and I don't think it's their fans. I think it's more like the power brokers, the people behind the scenes. But
Well,
like,
it all boils down to one thing. The same thing with you said with Stoops. Same thing with Pittman. Same thing with Auburn. It's called unrealistic
how?
expectations.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, unrealistic
Like
expectations. Like you just
you had Malzahn there, and Malzahn competed. He's the only one that had multiple wins against Nick Saban
yeah.
until Kirby Smart came around. Um, and the deal with him is
Kirby's only beat
he
Nick. Kirby's only beat Nick one time, son.
very many. I mean, very few people have even done that. So I'm just
Well, no,
saying, you know
I
what I
know,
mean? Like,
but I mean, the same thing goes
but
back to Florida though with unrealistic expectations with firing Dan Mullen.
yeah,
It's all
no, and I think they realize that now. Yeah,
sometimes there's not a better choice out there.
yeah,
Sometimes you're
I
worse
agree.
off.
But Malzahn, from what I understand, is he just didn't want to rub elbows with the big wigs, the people behind the scenes there at Auburn, so they didn't like that. And you know, you had the COVID year. That was his last year at Auburn was 2020, and
Yeah.
they had a down year. But I don't think anybody should have been fired over the COVID year unless it was something outside of record and product on the field. Also, I put Beamer at South Carolina. Um, Not that I think they'll fire him, but is Virginia Tech going to come calling?
Yeah, Virginia Tech's going to call, but I don't know that.
I don't know
So
either, but I want
you talk about unrealistic expectations.
Virginia
That
Tech.
yeah, yes,
Oh yeah,
and in like him walking into the expectation of the
oh
unrealistic
yeah,
expectations.
yeah, for sure.
So
Oh yeah, no, I think there's going to be one more. I think apparently Stoops. Now I don't know a lot about this, but apparently Stoops either went to Iowa, played at Iowa, assistant coached at Iowa. So there's a general consensus from what I'm hearing is that when Kirk Ferentz there at Iowa finally decides to retire or they get rid of him, whatever, that's basically Stoops' job whenever that happens. I don't know
interesting.
why anybody would think that, but I've heard that on multiple occasions from like legitimate sources. So,
Speaking of
my
coaches being
reps,
fired, lots of times when like so UCLA and um, Oklahoma State just fired their coaches, right? And then who was the other one?
at Virginia Tech.
And Virginia Tech. You know,
Yeah.
like most of the time after you fire a coach, kind of like yeah, woo, and that I don't think it was coaching at UCLA or at OSU because they both were awful today.
Yes.
Once
Yeah.
again, so you know sometimes it's not
No,
always
I mean,
the coaching. Lots of times it is, but sometimes it's not.
Gundy is who you're talking about at Oklahoma State. They have the money, they have the resources, and he's proven to be a winner. I just think that the Big 12 isn't what it used to be anymore because it's basically the SEC and the Big 10
Yeah,
is what it
no,
comes down to. So,
yeah,
um, but yeah, that's my three. Plus, I think there's going to be a fourth.
okay,
I don't think it's DeBoard, which right now they're beating Georgia. I don't think it's even if they lost and lose to us. I don't think DeBoer's going anywhere this year. It's just you know we'll see.
yeah. I mean, nobody saw that. I mean, crazier things have happened. Nobody saw John Calipari leaving and going to Arkansas.
It's true.
I mean, Beamer could decide to go to Virginia Tech. I mean, like
Yeah,
I said, crazier things have happened. I
yeah.
I think Lane would be a moron to leave Ole Miss and go anywhere. But
I think Florida is the one he would do,
yeah,
just because I think he likes just being in the state of Florida in general.
yeah.
Um, and also, traditionally, specifically since the '90s, um, Florida is a more attractive job. But I mean, he's built Mississippi State. Now, I guess the question is he has to ask
Oh,
himself,
oh, buddy,
have I?
made
Oh,
a
oh,
you just
Ole
made a
Miss. I'm
big
sorry.
blunder.
Yeah,
Good thing there's
Ole
no
Miss. I
Mississippi
got
State's
Mississippi State
fans that
on the
watch
mind.
this.
Yeah, yeah. I got Mississippi State on the mind today.
Yeah,
Another thing, like the cowbells. Come on, I'm tired of the cowbells.
dude, I love the cowbells.
Uh,
I'm a cowbell.
but
Listen, I'm a cowbell guy, son. We every time we win a game of basketball, we ring one in the locker room, and like I'm
yeah,
thinking about getting one of those jumbo ones and letting the kids sign it. Like I don't know how much one
and
of
the
them big old
jumbo.
I don't know how much one of them costs, but like
Yeah,
I'll buy one and let them sign it.
the
That'd
jumbo
be
one
cool.
was pretty cool. That's like I guess their turnover chain or whatever. Or
Yeah,
their turnover trash can.
like I'll buy one for us
Um,
for flag football for them to sign. They get a turnover
yeah. Um,
turnover trash can.
but yeah, no.
I didn't think that would get a plug. Oh, what did that thing
what are
used
we
to say?
doing? Like,
Team 129 on it. Wasn't that what it said?
yeah, it's like
When
Team
Bush
119, I think it's what we
119.
got.
That's what it was. Team 119. Yeah.
Yeah, which I seen our buddy at Ray County did that last year. It was like Team 002 or something, and I
Yeah.
got it, but I wondered how many people would understand that. What are we doing bringing a trash can out there? But
Well, I mean, when you put a smoothie bar right next
only
to the bench press machine, I mean, that's the kind of stuff you get. I do. I
yeah.
do. In all seriousness, though, I do want to get a mini hoop on the sideline for when we have a big play or something. Let them dunk it like Ole Miss does. Yeah, that would be so
See,
fun.
that's funny, but like a
Just have
trash can, come on,
Chloe
man.
holding the mini hoop up
Yeah,
over there.
yeah. Um, um, you'd have you'd have to get Gail to focus on actually the game instead of trying to hoop it up over there. Um,
Fair enough.
um, but yeah, he has to ask himself, has he taken Ole Miss as far as he can take them? You know what I mean? With the expanded playoff, maybe you haven't, but that's just a question I think he would
Maybe
have
he's
to
trying to
ask.
take Brian Kelly's job. I mean, his daughter's already
I don't know.
trying to move down there.
I don't know how much longer they're going to put with him down there. Just crazy to say. I mean, they're going to win 8 or 9 games probably still, but
Yeah,
they have high expectations there as well. So
and rightfully so for them to have high expectations.
yeah, no, that
You know.
I mean, before this whole new situation we're in with college football, like the West was Alabama, LSU, and every year it could be flip flopped.
Yeah,
So
that could.
um, but you got anything else? That's all I got for today.
I just want to talk about some high school stuff real quick. I know we touched on Grundy
Yeah.
County, but White County had a big win over Macon County, the defending state champs in 4A. I think that's huge confidence booster for them. Of course, I know that the game that's probably circled on White County's calendar is Upperman, next last game of the season, because that's that they're in the same region there. Of course, Macon County's in their region too, but so a big region win, but hopefully that gives them a little bit of boost going forward in that region. And I think White County's 5-1.
Yes.
5-1. So hopefully they can make a deep playoff run. That would be good. Hopefully Upperman can also make a deep playoff run. Maybe they see each other in the playoffs or whatever. I know somebody's hoping they make a deep playoff run, anyways. And then Bledsoe. Who did Bledsoe play? I can't remember. Oh my gosh, I just looked at it a minute ago. Oh, Bledsoe played Polk County. Had a big win over Polk County. Beat them pretty good. I think 35-16 or something like that. Sequatchie County went on the road to Forest. It's a long haul from Sequatchie County to go play Forest, and
They won, I believe, right?
they did. They were down. They were
Yeah.
down 16 or 17-0 or whatever, and then leading at halftime, and then won 45-33 or something like that. I think that was the final score.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Then Grundy County 5-0 start the season, first time in school history. So big props to them. Marion County went to Monterey and destroyed them, like 40-0. South Pitt. I didn't see a South Pitt score. Maybe they had a bye. I'm not for sure. Not for sure on that.
I know that their record is not what you would think, but
South Pitt's.
without diving into it, who some of those may be out of division games that they play. Some teams like to play up a little bit at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, no, South Pitt always goes and
Um,
plays some really, really good people just
Yeah.
to start the year because they have high expectations.
Yeah, sure.
They played Red Bank, beat them 31-7. The South Pittsburgh beat them 31-7. South Pittsburgh's 4-1, so their record's fine. Who'd they lose to? They lost to
I will
Silverdale that first
say-
game. That's what it was.
I will say I've been keeping up with my friends over at Page, and they're doing pretty good.
I mean, I would hope so.
They're doing good. Yeah. I
Yeah,
keep
no, they
up
are
with-
doing pretty good.
Yeah. So,
Stone had to drive the field late and beat Warren County 24-17. Warren County was leading right there towards the end, and Warren County's had a pretty decent year this year, 3-3. I mean, I know they're playing a non-region schedule, but I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do. I mean, White County did that 5 years ago, played a non-region schedule, and they've been, now they've been winning. They've been consistently winning games ever since. Ever since they did that. So hopefully that's the same for Warren County, because I know Warren County's like 6A in football. So you got to your regions, the Pages, the Oaklands, Riverdale's, all them big Murfreesboro schools, and you're close enough that's who's going to be in your region, and that's tough.
Yeah.
It's the way that's unfortunate, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, because their basketball region is also not good for them. So
Yeah.
got Bradley Central in the region
What?
now. So 3-time, but on the
Well,
girls'
some of
side,
their
defending 3-time state champion.
some of their fans said that maybe if they were a little bit better. Now, this is just some of the comments I see on their Facebook. I'm not making this up. Said that maybe if they won some more games, they could get them a new football field. So maybe they'll get it turned around so they can get them a new football field.
Yeah, I did see that. I
You
did
said
see
there's
those
what,
comments on there, and those
33?
absolutely ridiculous comments. But whatever.
Well, that's you get all the
That's Facebook for you.
honey. Yeah, as my dad says, you get all the honey boo boos and stuff that get on Facebook and wanna.
Want to talk?
So
Want keyboard warriors.
yeah, let me tell you real quick about that. One of my favorite things, I live out here in Baxter, and every little local town community has a Facebook page called, Hip Cookville, Hip Baxter, Hip
Yeah,
Sparta, whatever it is. And so one of the big things here in Baxter is when anybody hears sirens, sees a helicopter in the sky, whatever, they go to Facebook and they're like, just saw all the sirens down on such and such road. What's going on? And so there's this trend that somebody, I don't know who it is, I wish I could take credit for it, has started, that they meet them with sarcasm. Because, most normal people are like, oh, I hear sirens. I hope everything's okay. And then they just move
yeah,
about their life. But so people start commenting that it's a shark attack. And I don't know, but it's the most, because then somebody inevitably gets big mad about it. And they're like, this is a serious situation, and it's like,
yeah,
oh, I know sharks are dangerous, but
yeah. I mean, if it's a serious
they just
situation, why are you trying to ask on Facebook about it? Like, just
yeah,
hope that everything's all right and mind your business.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny. So, well, yeah, no, the high school. I think I just saw a few minutes ago that this is officially, obviously some people have probably played one game more, one game less, depending
Yeah,
on bye weeks and stuff. But this is like the midway point for high school football regular season. So, um, shaping up to be pretty good, seems like. And like I said, I'm going to try to go out there to Monterey Friday to see the Monterey Grundy County game. I think, I'm not mistaken, we'll have to double check this. You were talking about when Bledsoe plays Grundy.
hey,
I think it's at Grundy
yeah, I'm looking that up right now. But I also want to apologize because they are 6-0, not 5-0. Per Coach
Oh,
T,
per Coach T.
they are
Well,
6-0.
gotcha, gotcha. I
But yes,
I thought
Bledsoe County goes to Grundy on October the 17th.
because I'm pretty sure T Brown on his call said that would be senior night for Grundy
Yes,
County.
it is.
So okay. So
Yep.
yeah, that'll be. I'm not driving to Grundy, T Brown. I'm sorry about that. I'm not going out that far on a Friday night.
But
But
you'll be in
uh, oh yeah, I'll be in
Destin
Destin.
anyways. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, yeah. So Grundy County to finish the season is at Monterey, at Marion County, Bledsoe, at Grundy, and then at Jackson County. So
Our friends over at Gordonsville are having a really good season
they are.
as well.
They've been having pretty good seasons
Yeah,
in football
yeah.
the last few
Coach
years.
Steven Jackson, he helps with the flag football as well, so we've gotten to know him through that. Um, but yeah, they had another win Friday night. I looked and seen. I think they beat Jackson County Friday night. Um,
I thought they was playing. I thought
you,
they
you know,
was that not what that thing I sent you where they was playing Smith County?
well, see, that's what I thought too. But I think they're already just prepping for
Prepping for
that.
it. Yeah, it's a big thing.
I think it's the last game of the season,
Or maybe that
and
was
that's what I was just going to say.
no.
Is
They've already played them. Oh no, sorry, my bad. They did play Jackson County.
yeah, I
My
think they
bad.
play Smith last game of the season.
Yeah, it
But
is. Yeah,
I,
October 30th.
I, I was reading some of the comments on that. And there was a person who said, yeah, because what it is basically, they're trying to find people who have connections to both schools to see what the hate is like, you know. And this person commented that they have a son that goes to Gordonsville and then another son that goes to Smith County. And they
Oh
were
well.
like, that's exactly what we're looking for. So
Yeah.
um, that'll be interesting as well. So
Yeah. Well, so the people in Gordonsville don't call the school Smith County, Carthage,
Carthage.
Carthage.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so no, it's yeah, they don't like each other for sure.
No.
But I mean, obviously, if like we had another school in the county, I don't think, I mean, of course, I've always been in an area that's small enough that you don't have two high schools. So at Bledsoe, our
Yeah.
rival was Sequatchie, and then in basketball, it was kind of it's still Sequatchie, but then kind of Van Buren a little bit too. So, but yeah, you know, I mean, obviously, if you're living in the same county, you wouldn't really like each other. Like Cleveland and Bradley Central and Walker Valley are all rivals. They all so in the same county and stuff. Of course, when you get in a place
Yeah.
as big as Hamilton County, it's kind of doesn't really matter. All kinds of people all over the place. But like if Cookeville and Upperman were the same size and in the same region, they would probably be very, very, very heated. But no,
Yeah.
they say those basketball games up there between Carthage and Gordonsville get rowdy.
Oh, is that right?
That's right.
Well,
I can only imagine what the football games are like.
yeah. Well, because people take football. We've talked about this before. Like, even if the football team sucks and your basketball team is top tier,
Yeah,
football is still what drives
what
everything and
drives
what gets the
everything.
most attention.
Yeah,
So
I wonder. I wonder if
if
they
they're
have
getting that way for,
They need to they need to get a trophy to exchange for that rivalry game.
mm,
So that's because
so
I just think little trophies for rivalry games are super fun. Now you can't do that in basketball because you play each other twice a year. You do it home and home. But
right,
like in
right,
football, you can do that things like Bledsoe and Squatchy's got the stump that get traded back and forth hands, and then every game's got every game that's been played for the stumps. They got a plaque on it and the score and stuff. So it's
right,
pretty
right.
cool. It's pretty sweet.
Uh,
The Chief Roaring Eagle trophy is what it is.
yeah. Where I'm from, there was always just the one high school there for the longest time. Now there's two. But the rival for Dixon for the longest time was Henry County.
Yeah.
And that game's called the Battle for the Barrel. No, they don't call it a beer barrel,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Battle for the Barrel. And I guess they did away with it for a few years. They brought it back this year.
Nice.
And it looks just like the Tennessee Kentucky one that they've taken away. It's painted and they have the numbers on there with the scores and stuff. So
Yeah.
I agree, those things are cool. So yeah,
I'm not
now
sure. I'm not sure that we ever held the stump when I was in high school.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. No, we were not very good.
Stumpless.
Stumpless, baby.
Yeah, yeah. When
But
they built that second high school back where I live,
yeah,
the two schools didn't play. They just didn't start playing until I think it was like 6 to 8 years after I graduated. So now they play every year. Now it's a rivalry, but at
yeah,
first it wasn't.
it wasn't at first. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did beat Sequatchie my senior year of basketball at home. So that was a
Is
plus.
this when you is this when you dunked?
No, that was us playing Van Buren County.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, that was us against Van Buren County. You didn't see the
Gotcha.
TikTok?
No, I haven't seen the TikTok.
You haven't? Oh, I'll have to send it to you. I told you about it because it's got the deer basketball
Oh,
thing.
yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
told me about it, but
yeah,
I didn't see it.
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, but no, yeah, we beat Sequatchie my senior year. We had never beat them from 6th grade until my senior year at basketball.
Yeah.
Both times every year. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So wait, 13, 1 in 13 against them since middle school. Awful.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. But
Yeah. Well,
we got them that one time, baby.
Yeah. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got for this week. Next week we should be able to recap some more of the high school games, and then
Because Tennessee's off.
see, Tennessee's off.
I will also
We'll see.
be out of town on Saturday. So
Oh, so we might not.
might not unless,
Yeah.
yeah, because I'll be in Pigeon Forge. 10-year anniversary.
10-year
Told you
anniversary,
had a fall.
decade. What is
Told you had a fall wedding.
Oh, I don't get me started. What is the gift? You know, they have those gifts for anniversary. Do you know what it is for the 10 years?
10
Well, there you go.
makes sense. Yeah, but like who in the heck's buying
10.
who in the heck's buying something out of 10?
Yeah,
I got you something made out of 10 for year 10, baby.
Yeah, that's
You know, there's no difference in it. But no, I got the old lady a
yeah.
teapot.
Oh,
Yeah, she likes
she a tea drinker?
yeah, she loves hot tea. So I got her a little whistling
Oh, okay.
teapot or tea kettle,
Okay.
I should say. Sorry.
Does does she know that?
Yeah. I already gave it to her.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I can't do
maybe.
secrets and stuff, bro. Like I just like here,
Yeah,
it's
I
here.
can't either. I
Congratulations.
buy it and then I get home with it. I'm like, do you want to know what I got you?
Yeah.
You know, I just
Like I gave her her birthday's in August. I think I gave her a birthday present in July. Like because it got
yeah.
it got here. I was like, okay, here. So I can save stuff for like Christmas and stuff. That's a little different, but
Yeah.
but still mostly because like I wait till late, to get something.
Yeah.
But once it gets here, like here you go. Like, where am I going to hide it at? Yeah, that's like there's only can't hide it in the closet like we do
Yeah.
the child's gifts. Like it's standard hiding spot under this blanket
No,
here.
it's tough. There was a birthday anniversary something. It was like bog bags that people have for like the beach and sporting
Yeah.
event stuff. Well, Lindsay wanted a pink one, and so we're getting ready. It was getting close time to go to the beach. So I got her this pink one.
Can't
There's
hide
this
money,
little boutique
ladies
up
and
here.
gentlemen.
There's this little boutique inside the pharmacy here in Baxter. And so I found one and like I put it under this desk I'm sitting at right now. I put it under here. I'm sitting here doing work or something. Her and Chloe come down here to say what I want for dinner or something like that. And so I've got it like down here. Lindsay's oblivious. All of a sudden Chloe goes, "What's that right there?" and I was like, I just gave her a look like, "Shut up." She's like, "No, that right there. What is that? What do you got in there? It's pink." And and I was like, I'm done. Like, so I just had to give it to her right then. So now it's a running joke with Chloe if there's something like that where I'm trying to like hide them. She's like, "Oh, what's that right there?"
What is that?
So yeah, I just give the gifts now.
Yeah.
So, but happy early anniversary to y'all.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time in Pigeon Forge.
We can go to Dollywood.
And they got a little, what's it called? Not a mudslide. They got a little.
Yeah, I think that's what they called it, was a mudslide. But yeah.
Is that what they called it? But
Yeah.
it's past. It's like on the bypass or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah, it's on the bypass. Yeah.
So you don't have to go that far, but
No.
so yeah, next time we get together, we'll recap these games and see where coaching has taken us. I know we get back from fall break, so middle of October, we'll kick off a little bit of flag football tryouts and fall practice, and then we do that for 2 weeks, and then y'all can officially start practicing.
Yep, November the 3rd.
There you go. So it's fixing to get busy. As you said, winter is coming, so
Yep.
fixing to pick up. So, all right. Well, for Totally Experts, Shane, TSAP, see y'all next time.
See ya.